Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my e-bike videos. This morning I took a trip up to the Main River and the town of Marktbreit, which is on the southernmost bend of the Main River, making it a natural for trade between the Main and the Danube to the south. This is a crane built in 1750. It was used to offload ships that were then put their cargo onto carts down to the Danube. Danube then flows into the Rhine and then goes east into Eastern Europe. Marktbreit dates back to 1124. It's even older though, because they found remains of a Roman legionnaire settlement here, built toward the end of the Roman Empire. Built, but they say never occupied. And I'm riding my e-bike with my phone in my left hand, my right hand on my handlebar, ready to hit the brake if I need to. Coming across the Main River Bridge now, and the neighboring village of Segnitz, which amazingly goes back to 1142. This entire region of the Main-Franken area is loaded with villages going back 800-900 years. That's typical. Up through the cobblestoned lanes in the center of Segnitz, that's the town hall ahead of me. I make a left-hand turn here. Thank goodness there was no truck coming. Still getting used to riding and filming at the same time. Down a little alleyway with something interesting in the middle. You can see the little ditch there. It's like a depression. That's from the days when people would throw their waste out of their windows, including human waste. And then they would hope for rain as they would shovel it into that ditch and hope the rain would carry it down to the river. So that was plumbing back in the Middle Ages. Making my way down along the Main, there's a barge cruising down relatively tranquil Main River, because the Main has a lot of locks on it, so it's really like a series of lakes. This is a winery. The vineyards are doing well this year. I think they've had just the right amount of heat and the right amount of rain. Going around the edge of Frickenhausen, also a very old town, back around the 1100s when it was first founded. And ascending up along the eastern flank, and going to take you down into the town now. And I'm going to park my bike and walk around a little bit, take some photographs which I'll share with you on this film. Passing through the upper gate, built in 1442, down into this quiet little Franconian wine town. That's what the people have been doing here for hundreds of years, growing and making wine. Later, when that wasn't so dependable, they turned to the linen trade. And I'm just going to be quiet and let you enjoy a cruise through the center of Frickenhausen. And out the west end gate. Back in town, check out the angle on that house. That's Saint Urban, one of the many saints protecting the wine grower. I thought this was a beautiful stone lintel above a door, showing the harvest, and my favorite part, the consumption. Actually, that's not wine. It's probably water. Yeah, he's working. But the door has some beautiful metalwork above it, stressing the harvest aspect of Frickenhausen and the colorful houses up and down the little lanes. 1682. I never get tired of taking pictures of doors and windows. I never get tired of taking pictures of any of this. Actually, I've lived here 31 years, Still find it fascinating. These workers are restoring an old house. There's some new timber work to match the old. That's a Gothic house. You can tell Gothic because of the stepped roof line. Sundial on the old Catholic church still works. This is a common scene on churches that had graveyards around them. And the rich could afford these incredible stone memorials to themselves and the glory of them, which are now mounted on the outside of the church. Incredibly high water marks of the Main River inside the church. That would have been devastating. I thought these were charming, probably representing the builders of the church back in 1500, when this Catholic church was erected on the foundations of a much older structure. It's a late Gothic. Beautiful, beautiful pews. This is the baptismal font from 1600. One of the side altars in a typical Baroque style. And the choir, which was added later, and the lovely ceiling, also added a little later on. The center of Frickenhausen, and some oleander, which are a little bigger than what I have at home. This is a column erected in 1750 to thank Mary for sparing the town during a plague. Some mansions in the center of town. Now I'm going to make my way up. I try to find a way to torture myself on every e-bike ride, and this is what I found today. It's a very steep incline, but thanks to the turbo boost on my e-bike, I can handle it without breaking anything. And the reward is this view down through the vineyards and the chapel built in 1699. View over Frickenhausen. Warm day, about 85 right now at noon. Amazingly, the wine stocks here shown, they look like they're dead, but they can produce support vines for about 60 years. Now I'm on the upper Farmers Road. Farmers Roads are paved in Germany, which I find fantastic for biking. And off to my right, I have a beautiful view over the Main River Valley. Who says Germans don't have a sense of humor? That's exit for moose. And a private garden as I re-enter the village of Segnitz that I've come through before. Watch out. Segnitz has a wall and towers. It's pretty common that villages had this in the old days. You had to protect yourselves against not foreign enemies so much as your neighbors who wanted what you had. So every town and village had a wall and towers. Now some towns have preserved those and others have lost them over time. Out in the countryside, love that open feeling of biking through the countryside. Well, I've got to get back to town for an appointment, so it's time to load up my bike, head back. I hope you've enjoyed this spin. Now you get to watch me load up my bike into my Volkswagen van, which I still am learning to do. I don't get it right every time. Sometimes I have to do it twice, like today. Hey everyone, stay healthy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Auf Wiedersehen.